All right, well, that's 2 murders. Now there's one that's very close to your own heart. And it looks like some of the details are coming out about someone that you knew pretty well.
Most definitely. DeCarol Deloney-Cain, yes, a real close friend of mine who was tragically murdered by her daughter's boyfriend, with more details to unfold, I'm sure, in that story.
And these, of course, are all alleged at this point, but police are saying that, just looking at some of the details, police are saying that it happened in the basement of their home, and the gruesomeness with which they're saying this guy killed DeCarol, basically putting something over her head and bashing her to death and stabbing her in Crown Point. And I guess it was the daughter's boyfriend. And then 2 dudes show up to help him dispose of the body. And then ultimately it is found in the trunk of a car.
In Gary.
And there was trouble figuring out who she was, evidently. It was so gruesome. I don't mean to go through all these details.
No, well, the thing about it, and no, it's okay. I've been dealing with this for a while and nowhere near what the family has to deal with, as events unfold regarding this. But first of all, the mayor was here last week, and we talked about the fact that people feel that they can commit murder other places and even dump bodies in Gary. Here you had the incident in Maryville and Gary, 2 police departments having to collaborate on that. Then you had Crown Point and Gary. Here you go again with 2 police departments having to collaborate with that. So as far as what unfolds, I understand that the boyfriend has confessed. They're still interviewing people, and it was very gruesome. All my coworkers are devastated, and of course I'm not a spokesman for my company, so I'm not going to go into that. But people are devastated that this would happen to someone who was such a wonderful, vivacious person. Her death leaves a huge void that cannot be filled. We're
talking to Verlie Suggs. Verlie, of course, hosted for me on Thursday. Verlie, you've been a flight attendant for how long?
30 years.
30 years. DeCarol was also a flight attendant for
about 28 years.
28 years. So were you guys at the same company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same company, same base, same city. A lot of mutual friends.
What was she like?
She was just the friendliest person. She was a nonstop talker. So she could wear you out talking. And that's what she was well known for. She told everybody her business. So, we all knew DeCarol's life, and I knew it just because I knew her on a personal level outside of work as well. But everyone at work knew her. And, if you knew Dee, I had a friend call me right after it happened who works out at a fitness center in Holbert. And he's like, I was at the fitness center, and she was there, and she told me she worked for United Airlines. And I said, do you know Verlie? And she's like, yeah, I know Verlie. And she started going on because she was just that type of person. No, she never met a stranger.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Jeff Westerfield killed the Dickinson double stabbing. He's in custody. And now your friend DeCarol, it's kind of a downer time right now. A lot of people just shaking their heads. It's not even one of these times where people are even mad at the violence. I'm not even sensing that right now. I think there's a shock in the Calumet region right now.
Well, definitely. And those are just the ones that have made huge headlines. There have been other murders that have taken place during that same period. But, they're not high-profile murders, so they're just like on the back of, maybe 6-page in, small little blurb, 22-year-old shot and killed, 22-year-old woman beaten to death. All those type of things are still happening. And I don't know what's going on in this world. Chicago, we can't even go into the numbers of the people who get shot or murdered within an hour time span. It's just out of control.
The numbers over July 4th weekend were just staggering. I think in Chicago was it 85 people shot and 22 people killed in just a weekend.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say about that. Hey, if you guys want to talk to Verlie and me, 219-845-1100.